Hi, this is Michael Rubin. So we have completed talking about the blow notes, the draw notes, and the bent notes on the C harmonica. So here's a little sample. Right, I think that's pretty good. So you got the numbers, that's the whole numbers. Below that are the draw notes. Below that is the draw single bend. Below that on hole number 2 and 3 is the draw double bends. Below that is the draw triple bends on hole number 3. Above it is the blow notes, holes 1 through 10. And starting on holes 8, 9, and 10, you've got the blow single bends. And above that is the blow double bend on hole number 10. So, I'm expecting you to understand that one draw bend, which is C sharp, is also named D flat. So I put them all in sharps, but you need to be able to transpose between enharmonics as the case is necessary. So, if you need help on that, you can look at my second, third, and fourth videos about the keyboard. So, I got a comment from a YouTube viewer asking me to talk about my the ways that I think about bending, how to bend, and my answer is, isn't it kind of redundant at this point? How many YouTube videos are there that talk about bending? Now, I may backtrack later and talk about my take on bending, but to really do it well, I would talk about tongue articulation and single notes, both all three embouchures, puckering, tongue blocking, and U blocking, and I would talk about bending, both in the low end and the high end. So, it would take up quite a few videos. I mean, my point is, I only have time to make about 2 videos a week. Each video is around 5 minutes long. I mean, this would take up some time. So the question is, what's really pressing? Talking about where the notes are on the harmonica and then finding ways to use them, or talking about my take on how to physically get those notes. So I'll leave it up to you. If I get 10 comments that say they want me to teach the physical nature of the harmonica, I'm all for it. I'll probably do it later, but if we get 10 comments to do it, I will do it. But for right now, I want to talk about overblows. So overblows is the opposite of bending. Overblows means making a note go higher in pitch by changing the shape of your mouth. So the first rule of overblowing says you always blow in the same breath direction as the lower of the 2 notes between the blow note and the draw note. So for example, on holes 1 through 6, the blow note is low in pitch and the draw note is high in pitch. When overblowing, you blow on holes 1 through 6. On holes 7 through 10, it reverses. The draw notes are lower in pitch and the blow notes are higher in pitch. Therefore, on holes 7 through 10, you overblow, or they call it overdrawing, by drawing in. The second rule of overblowing says overblowing will always take the highest note between the blow and the draw note and create a note that is 1/2 step higher. So for example, on hole number 1, one blow is C and one draw is D. Which is the higher of the 2 notes? D, the draw note. So when you blow into hole number 1 and change the shape of your mouth to create the overblow that is created will be 1/2 step higher than one draw D, the higher of the 2 notes. So when you overblow hole number 1, the C turns into a D sharp, otherwise known as E flat. So on hole number 7, 7 draw is B, 7 blow is C. In that particular situation, the C note is the higher of the 2. What is one note higher than C, or 1/2 step higher than C? C sharp, or D flat. Therefore, when you overdraw on the lower of the 2 notes, B, it will go higher in pitch and raise up to C sharp or D flat. Now, sometimes it will create 3 notes higher, sometimes it will create 2 notes higher. It really depends on the hole. On hole number 3, 3 blow is G and 3 draw is B. When you overblow 3 blow, it becomes C. And that's actually 5 notes higher than 3 blow G. So the other thing to know about overblows is it is possible to raise them in pitch. So for example, let me get an overblow on hole number 4 on this C harp. So here's blow. I'm blowing on the C. The draw note is D. I'm going to change the shape of my mouth and the overblow will appear. It will be D sharp. And then I'm going to change the shape of my mouth even further and it will go higher in pitch. So some people are very advanced at this and can make it go up many half steps and can control it and use it in a musical fashion. So that's some cool stuff. We're going to talk more about this in the next video, but thanks very much. And if you want me to talk about the physical nature, and I'll talk about overblows too, I need 10 comments saying, yes, talk about how to do stuff. Thanks very much.